Houston, we have a problem with 90% silver quarters. We're going to dive into this one, my friends. This is just more breaking news, what's going on out there. Help me out with the thumbs up. Let's get this information out to more and more people. This is all about Stop the Melt. Right here, Stop the Melt with our 90% silver. Coin shops, pawn shops. Trouble's coming. You keep melting this stuff down, it's going to be in low supply. Let's get into it right now. I want to get into what's going on at the shop first. Then we will tell you about Pinbacks as well. We sold about $800 face in 90% silver quarters today. That's all we were. That's not all we were selling, but a lot of it was going out the door today. It was 90% silver quarters going out the door. Just like yesterday, we had a lot of them going out the door. People weren't really worried about the half dollars. Yeah, we sold some half dollars. We sold some dimes. We sold other products, yes. But there's been a 90% silver quarter run. I warned about this. Okay? I told you guys early in the week, we made a deal with our bullion dealer for Peace Dollars and Morgan Dollars. Talked to him today. And he wants to know my sources where I'm getting this 90% silver from. I said, that's my business. I'm not going to let you have the phone number of the customer. I said, no. That's not how we're going to do business here. No. Call up that. So we got a little bit of a tiff about that. Friendly tiff, okay? It wasn't no bad language, anything like that. But, you know, he's giving me a hard time. And I said, I'm locking in the deals. I'm about me for the shop. My job specifically is to lock in deals. That is what I'm trying to source product. It's not easy right now, my friends, to source product on some of this stuff. Some of it's a little bit easier. Try to go find silver quarters. Yeah, they're out there. Okay, I call up the guy that has some silver quarters. I says, you have $800 for the face that you can sell me. He said, yeah, I can bring you $800 face, no problem. He says, I'll just dump him. He's got a little bit of he's got a small counter. He says, when do you want him? I said, tomorrow's fine. Yeah, sure, I'll bring him in first thing in the morning. Told him what I'll pay him. He's happy with the price. We're going to pay him 26 times face, all right? I'm being honest with you. We're going to sell it for 27 times face. We're not making a lot. People think coin shops are making a heck of a lot of money here. No, we don't. I shot a text to Michael at Pinbacks. Told him what we're seeing with the 90% silver quarters. Michael gets back to me. They're out, my friends. They're out of 90% silver quarters. That got a phone call going between me and Michael. Okay, that got a phone call going between me and Michael once again. So I asked him, I said, Mike, what's going on here? He says, well, we're just out. He says, another thing that we're seeing an issue with, none of his wholesalers has any 90% silver quarters available at this time. Why do I think I've been on Stop the Melt? With these coin shops and pawn shops melting this stuff down. They would have had it if they didn't melt the stuff down. But these coin shops, pawn shops that continue to melt this stuff down, you're doing the wrong thing. You're doing something very, very wrong. Yes, it's legal to melt them down. No question about that. It does not mean you have to melt this stuff down. Stop the Melt continues with Coin Shop Chris. I've been warning about this. We're seeing signs of it now, my friends. We're still in the summer months. People are still after silver and gold right now. What's going to happen next month in September with the rate cuts? We talked about that this morning. We're heading for troubled times, my friends. There's not enough 90% silver to go around. Just look at the market right now. Somebody's going to say, and that's fine, if your coin shop has buckets full of 90% silver quarters, they're not going to be there for long. Okay? They're not going to be there. Your 9% silver will be the first thing to go. So where do you go when you can't find quarters? Well, you got your half dollars. I'll warn right now. Michael from Pinbacks says the 1964 Kennedy half dollars are in low supply right now. If you want those, grab them up now. They got a healthy supply right now of Roosevelt silver dimes. They got a healthy supply of Mercury silver dimes. The other half dollars, they got a healthy supply on right now. Things are coming, things are changing, my friends, rapidly. It's not us that's melting the stuff down. I don't like it. Yeah, it's going to drive the premiums up even more. That's yet to be determined right now. We're going to see premiums go up. There should be a warning call for anybody. Yeah, the premiums are going to go up on 90% silver probably sooner than later. I don't know when. Alright, this is your boots on the ground action. I'm getting information from Pinbacks. I'm getting information from the coin shop that I work at. We're bringing you live information as it happens, my friend, on this channel. This is why you must be subscribed to the channel for the latest updates. How many other YouTubers are giving you updates like I am? Help me out with the thumbs up. This is getting crunch time. Check out channel sponsor Pinbacks this week for the peace dollars, my friends. Yes, they've gone up. Silver's gone up. 40 or more plus. Get them while you can if you're able to afford to do so. Alright, this had a great comment. Someone left me a comment on the Morgan dollars they had last week. They said they're beautiful. Thank you for the feedback. This is good feedback. Like I've said, people are going to be happy with these coins. These silver dollar coins from Pinbacks, people are going to be very happy. I stand behind it. I don't even see them, my friends. People are happy with the condition of the coins. They're better than they're advertised. Alright, but expect a very good grade. That's what you can expect. That's what you're buying. That's what you're trying. That is the listing, and that is what they guarantee. And a lot of times they're better than very good grades. If you want, they still have some Morgans too. They're not on sale. You want the Morgans, you want the peace dollars. The peace dollars are the best bang for the buck right now. 40 or more. Thank you, channel sponsor Pinbacks, for sponsoring this channel, Coin Shop Chris. Thank you to all of you. It's not possible without you. Look, I'm the boots on the ground. We're going to keep you updated on this channel, what's going on. I don't know what next week's going to bring. I don't know what next month's going to bring. Nobody can claim and say silver's going this much, that much. It's going to fall back down Monday. Nobody knows. Yeah, is it expected to fall down Monday? You could say it's expected. That seems to be the trend, but I warned about the trends on this channel. Normally on Fridays, we see Monkey Hammer Day. Don't get used to the trends with the markets. Trends don't last forever, my friends. Trends don't last. We're getting in some crazy times right now. And with wars, whatever. Everybody's talking about September is going to be a huge month for everything. You know, I got a crazy comment today. Inflation's going down. Explain to me where the hell inflation is going down. Explain to me what prices have come down. I would love to know that. Really? No, inflation is going up, my friends. They cut interest rates in September. It's not going to be instantly. It takes time for it to go through the system. It takes time. It's not going to be, they cut rates, everything's going up. No. Inflation's not going down. Everything's going up. Look at your light bill. Look at your water bill. Look at your food bill. Most people get that. Most people understand. They see their own bills, and they know inflation's not coming down. Prices are not coming down. No way. So I'm sorry to that viewer, but you are totally wrong in that. You're totally wrong. Because inflation is not coming down. I want to give another warning. Talk to Michael with this today. If you are looking to sell precious metals and you're not happy with your local coin shop's offer, give Pinbacks a chance, my friends. Give them a call. See what they can do for you. I'm gonna say this. Don't wait. If you know you need the money for something ahead of time, the sooner you can do it, the better off you're going to be. It takes, by the time they get it in their hands, you got to ship it to them. That's going to cost you personally a charge to get it shipped to them. Once they receive it in their hands, it's about a week to 10 days right now before you get paid out. You got to give them time to process it. You got to give them time. Sometimes it can be done less. But expect 7 to 10 days, business days, to get it back to you. To get the check to you, wired back to you, however they do it, however you agree to do it with. Be cautious though, this Christmas. Don't wait to the last minute. If you need the cash for Christmas presents, I don't advise this at all. Okay, I don't advise this at all. But if you want to have a nice Christmas, and you want to get Uncle Robert his underwear, you want to get Aunt Sally her nightgown, whatever the case may be, you want to get Uncle Frank his flannel shirt, you want to get Dad his new pair of socks, or a pack of socks, you want to get Mom her bottle of perfume, whatever the case may be, don't wait to the last minute. Things will start getting backed up. So if you have to use Pinbacks versus your coin shop, because your coin shop's really taking advantage of you there, you got to give Pinbacks time. So if you know ahead of time, it's better. If you're in a rush, it's 7 to 10 days out, my friends, and that's being, it could be less. It's about timing. It's about how fast they can process this stuff. They got to test everything and make sure everything is real. So just follow their guidelines. I'm trying to get people warned ahead of time about how it processes it out from an online dealer perspective. I don't know that field myself too well because I don't do online like that. So I'm not exactly sure how it works. But they do. Every online dealer has a processing issue, not an issue, but takes the time to process your order when you're selling. So just be warned about that. Don't wait till the last minute. If emergency happens, then you have to stay with your local coin shop. This is why you should be very, very involved with your local coin shop. This is why I say build a relationship with your local coin shop. And you will know the good coin shops versus the not so good coin shops. We got to stick together, my friends. We got to get you the most money for your silver and gold as possible. One more piece of advice. It's really not advice. We have people that want to sell, but they're not in a rush to sell. I also talked to Michael at Pinbacks about this too today. He's fully on board with this. You cost average in, right? Your stack. If you don't need to sell very fast, cost average back out. Why wouldn't you want to do that? I mean, if someone's that sick of silver and gold and really thinks silver and gold is not going anywhere, which that happens from time to time, Cost average out. Don't come and dump it all at one time. Because the next day it could go up. Silver could go up $1 or $2. Gold could go up $150. And you could have had a lot more cash in hand if you cash average out as well. It can go down too. Absolutely. You got to play the market at both ends. You got to play the market at both ends of the candlestick. When you're purchasing, or when you're converting, I should say, and when you're selling. That is how we do it, my friends. That's the most logic thing I can leave with you on this channel. Be careful of the fakes out there. If you see something online, especially on eBay, Etsy, these peer-to-peer trading apps, whatnot, I don't know these policies, my friends. I don't know Etsy's policy. I know eBay's policy very, very well. You got to follow their policy to a T on eBay. If you do that, and you're nice about it, remember, it's not eBay's fault. So let's not blame eBay here. They got a policy they got to go by. Do I agree with the policy 100%? Hell no. Alright? Hell no. Do they make it a little difficult at times? Yeah. But I see it why they have to do it that way. Alright? If not defending eBay one bit on this, they could make it a little bit more easier for when something goes wrong. You know, if something goes wrong, the sellers should not be immediately kicked off. When it comes to fakes, when you see fake, and bad reviews, stay away. You see a price too good to be true, stay away. I'm seeing it all the time, my friends. People are bidding or buying this stuff and have no idea, have no flipping clue they have fakes in their stack. Because they see it on the spot, then they don't understand the market. If you got questions, email me. Ask your coin shops. When you get something from eBay, maybe you should ask your coin shop, is it alright if I come in and test some silver? You know, you don't have to do this all the time. But if they're willing to test it for you, maybe buy a couple silver quarters, a couple silver dimes. Whatever the case may be. Say thank you. You don't have to do it every single time. Most coin shops are willing to test your silver for you for absolutely nothing. But it is a nice little gesture to purchase something from them every once in a while. Like I said, it don't have to be every time. They will remember that. They will test stuff for you. We just handle it a little bit differently. I've said this before. We got a few Sigmas. We show people how to use the Sigma. Even if they have a bunch of coins, we're not going to sit there all day long or for 2 hours and a half, 3 hours, testing people's coins. We will show them how to use the Sigma. We will get a copy of the ID. They can have a soda. They can have a bottle of water. They can have a cup of coffee if they choose while you sit there and test their stuff. And we try to make things comfortable for them. You know, they said, we got these years ago. Okay, here's the Sigma. Boom, boom, boom. I just need a copy of your ID. When they give us Sigma back, they get their copy of their ID back. We don't hang on to it. We don't want the information. It's just showing, it's just telling us that they're not going to walk up with the Sigma machine out the door. Sometimes we get busy. We're not paying attention to them. It's never happened. No one's ever walked out with a Sigma this before. We just do that to cover our own rear ends. Not every coin shop's in that position to be able to do that. We just have some seating available. That's all. We try to make things easy for the customer. We try to relate with the customers. I wish more coin shops would just take a little bit of time. And I know it's hard. You get busy. we get caught up in this too. We don't have time every single customer to walk through, to answer all their questions that day about silver and gold. We just ask them, look, we would love to help you. Let's make an appointment. I'll sit down with you for 45 minutes, an hour. I'll help you out more. People take that very, very good. People take that very, very good. Okay, let's make an appointment. We don't charge them nothing for it. We do it on a Sunday sometimes if we need to. We do it before hours. We do it after hours. We try to help everybody that comes in to the shop. Give them the best service possible. Yeah, we get upset customers. We get angry customers. We get teed off customers. We get pissed off customers. However you want to say it. But it's nothing that we've done wrong. The only time that the customer was really upset at us, and this customer had every right to be upset at us, we charged somebody, his wife, an ounce over than she got. Okay? It happens. Yes, he should have been upset at us. It's not like we were trying to scam the lady. All that happened was another one got rang up, and the cashier, she didn't catch it. That's all. So how we handle that one, I've disclosed this already in way back when, but how we handled that was we gave them the silver for free. We gave them back the money and we gave them the silver for free. 1 ounce of silver. At the time it was about $28 an ounce. $29 an ounce. Whatever it was back then. You really think we're going to lose sleep over 29 bucks? No. We made a mistake. We honored the mistake. Customer left happy. It happens. It happened a few times. Okay, it's happened a few times. Not going to sugarcoat it. You know, or sometimes we even rang up less and the customer got more. The customer comes back and said, you charged me 9, but I got 10. You're right, we did. Okay, we're not going to charge you. You come back. It happens. All right, mistakes happen. But some people get overblown up about a mistake that we can correct. But we cannot. What we cannot correct is, if you don't like the offer, well, I'm sorry, that's the offer. Go someplace else then. That's the easiest thing. But if you folks have any questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, reach out to me. We gotta stop the melt. Stop the melt coin shops. Stop the melt pawn shops. You know who you are. You know who you are. Stop gloating about it, you're melting stuff down. Stop melting down our history. It's terrible what they're doing. Just terrible. Coin Shop Chris is out.